It is time to take a look at card 11. We are on the Justice card. This is the card of consequences, decision and law, equality, retribution, karma, cause and effect, and responsibility. If we take a look at the original here from Pamela Coleman Smith, we can see she's got the sword of logic and decision, the effect of cause and effect, essentially. We've got scales that are carefully balancing and weighing both sides. We've got a veil that's hiding what lies beyond. And then we've got two columns there that are balancing between two polarities. This is the card about being fair and impartial. And if we were going to look at a story related to it, it would probably be King Solomon and the story of the two mothers who wanted the child. They were fighting over the child. And in his wisdom, when he judged, okay, chop the child in half and you'll each have part of it, the true mother begged him not to hurt the child and give it to the other woman. So that's how he could tell through, cold truth and weighing both sides, the truth of the matter. So I've got a couple of cards here I thought we would take a look at and compare. First one here is slightly softer, more gentle, childlike. It is from the Loong stream, I believe. And we have in here, see if I can focus on it for you. There we go. We see Justice sitting on the throne, kind of high up and looking down at you, holding the scales, holding up the sword, looking clear and concise and weighing both sides of the story to make a decision. So here's one. This is from the Beautiful Rebellion, and we can see that Justice has thrown the curtain aside, and she is looking out, holding her sword. So she has pushed aside the veil of illusion, and she is looking at the truth to make a decision. This is from the Revival art, and here we see Justice is boldly, firmly, clearly making a decision, a proclamation, with her arm raised. Look at her face. She is quite regal there, with her hand on the scroll and her arm lifted up. She is definitely one to be feared. You know what they say, if you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to be afraid of. And what is the other one? You get what you give. So here's another one, Elemental Wisdom. And this one we can see she is blind. A lot of illustrations of Justice has her blind so that she can weigh and fairly judge and just listen, without making an assumption based on what she sees. She's weighing it, she's hearing it out, and she's thinking. Notice we can see there's no veil back there. It's, pretty dry. There's no water, meaning there's no emotion back there. She also has her sword at an angle instead of raised. So her sword is getting ready to cut through, the BS, so to speak. This one is from the Good Tarot, kind of glossy there, but it's more of an angel. And she, again, has her scales. She has her sword. This time it's kind of pointed down. Her wings spread out, but she is very passive. She is listening calmly and attentively to what is being given to her for her passing of justice. This is a different one. This is from the Cosmic Seeker, and might be a little dark. Let me zoom in on her face. There we go. This one is called The Rebel and Justice, but it's kind of like a retribution, vengeance, karma. If you like Star Wars, Rogue One came to mind, but this is a really good one, and one I'm sure a lot of people right now are calling on for justice. Here's an interesting one from the Seasonal Fox. And in this, we have the fox is balanced on one paw, just balanced there. It has these scales holding it lightly in his mouth. The sword is across his back, but he is weighing and balancing and listening with his eyes closed. Here's a very colorful one from the Tarot of Dragons. In this case, the dragon is firmly sitting with its paws, or claws, sorry, on the sword, ready to use it at a moment's notice. It is listening, and on its wings, you can see it is balancing an owl and a mouse. So it doesn't matter if you're prey, predator, large or small, it is weighing to see what the outcome is. Here we have from the Mystic Cats. This one is Justice card, but if you can see, it is titled Consequences. So if you're familiar with the term FAFO, I think this cat has consequences of what happened. You can see it is just in a chaotic, twisted knot of rope and a mess. Consequences is another word for this card. Here we have one that I thought would kind of bring us into a totally different view of justice. Look at this girl here. She has her back to the audience or you. She is listening though. She is listening and her hand is on that sword, and you know that sword is going to be razor sharp. So she is listening carefully to both sides to make the call. And finally, one more for you. We ended up last time with the Wild Child. I thought we'd do that again. This is the Justice card, and it is showing the feather weighing against stones. And it calls to mind, the Egyptian weighing of the feather versus your heart. But I thought it was an interesting take on justice, because truly the stones would be heavier than the feather. But this is all about equality and making the fair and right decision. So I thought you'd enjoy these. Thank you for tagging along with me. We'll move on to card 12.